This is a story from a city where the gap between rich and poor is greater than almost anywhere in the world. It is a story of 6 people in a city of 15 million. It is the story of Genia, of Paula, of Shanji, of Du, of Fernando, and of their guru Vanda. It's the story of a group of friends trying to make the best of their lives when the odds are stacked against them. Together, they call themselves the Posse. The friends who make up the Posse live in a favela or shantytown called the Jardim São Severo. They've built their friendship round rap music. They meet in the evening when they're not at school or university or working or trying to find work.
The good thing about the Posse is that it keeps young people off the streets and away from drugs and violence. People who haven't got anything to do all day, if they take part, well, at least they have something to do. We invite people to be part of the Posse, to keep them away from violence and off drugs.
Só mudei o ritmo, tipo e o solo.
Our organization, the Posse, is linked to the hip-hop movement. And the idea is to develop projects to help our community. Part of the idea is to talk to people living here. After all, you don't need money to talk.
The Posse have just launched a campaign to try and clean up the river of filth that flows through the favela's heart and close to Genia's front door.
People who live here are the same as everyone else. They have their dreams. They throw their rubbish where they shouldn't. Not because they're bad, but because everyone else does. And there isn't a culture that says you shouldn't do it. So everyone just goes on doing it.
Igual eu falei, nós passa avisando que nós vamos fazer esse trampo, marca o dia. No dia sempre vai ter alguém.
We are not just looking for a hand cleaning all this up. We also want to give you some leaflets to pass around the people here, to get them to stop throwing the rubbish in the stream. And we want you to talk to them.
But look, they all know that the garbage truck only comes once a week. And, you know, whenever I try to talk to people, they just get offended. I don't want to lose my friends.
For Genia and her friends, Vanda is the boss.
He's very quiet, but that's because he's thinking of lots of different solutions for every problem. That's why he's called the president.
Today, Vanda's joined a march through the city centre with teachers, university professors and landless workers. They're marching down the Avenida Paulista, the business avenue through which 70% of Brazil's wealth is said to flow. Their message for Brazil's financial authorities: too much of that wealth goes to too few people. As usual, Vanda has a solution.
I think we have to create a new tax for those earning a lot of money. A big portion of public money has to be redistributed to those in need, to the poor. And with that money, there will be a better distribution of resources.
Back in the streets of the favela, it's not hard to see how these problems began. Few in the Posse are more observant of social trends than Genia's friend Paula.
Paula is my mate and my partner in a study group. We got into the University of Sao Paulo at the same time. She's going to be an anthropologist, and she's my favorite singer.
When we are walking around Jardim São Severo, we often notice little cultural things, like music from the north of Brazil. That's because, for ages, a lot of people from the northeast of Brazil have been coming to Sao Paulo to try and get